You ready, Muggs?
I'm ready, Dave. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
But I think we're gonna start this episode off a little different than every other episode.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get serious for a minute. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I think it's something that we have to talk about, and I think it's something that I want your honest feedback on.
Okay. So you want to get serious now? I'm sure we don't have an intro for this, right? Like a
Nope.
produced intro.
This is not funny, serious. This is serious. This is just.
So I can't even mouth an intro?
No. I don't want this. This is just. I want your true feelings on this, Muggs, because this past week in Texas, in Uvalde, Texas, there was the school shooting.
Yeah.
The elementary school shooting where 19 kids were killed. And we've all know the story, so we don't need to get into it. And 2 teachers, by the way.
I think it was 16 kids plus 2 teachers, but it doesn't matter. I mean, just what it is.
No, Muggs, it ended up being 19 and 2 teachers.
Oh, my God, really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So it was a very tragic event. And normally, we see this, and like someone like me, it's far away from me, and normally I think in my mind, wow, that is terrible, that sucks, but I move on. Like me personally, I just be like, man, I feel for them, that sucks, I move on. But this one is hurting me a little more, and I don't know why. Maybe because it's the elementary children, and we're seeing the photos.
Yeah, you remember Sandy Hook, right?
I do remember Sandy Hook, but
that
even
didn't
then,
hit you the same?
No, it didn't hit me the same. I don't know. It's because I don't know if I was just like in my 30s and didn't care like enough. But now I'm like, and at that time, Sandy Hook was just a couple of years after Columbine. So it was just like, wow, I can't believe it happened again. But then it happened in Orlando, and different like mass shootings have happened. So many more. There's just some that don't even get reported and covered on the news. But this one, I don't know. I don't know why this one has affected me so much. And I don't know what I can do. And 2, I don't know what we can do as a society that can stop this. Now, we could easily say like we need gun reform. And I believe that's the case, because people who say that gun reform won't help, just like the mask during COVID, that mask won't help. But sure, in the long scheme of things, maybe it won't. Maybe it didn't help. But if it just saves one person, can we at least try? Yeah. And it's like, even like gun reforms won't help. People will get guns anyways. Sure. But if they can't legally buy it, maybe that 18-year-old wouldn't be able to legally buy the gun. That he ended up killing his grandma first. And then going on a crazy, car ride, crashing his car, shooting at people. And then, like, I don't even want to get into the cops' response, because, like, what the fuck? Like, that alone is infuriating. A mother was handcuffed, escaped the handcuffs, got her 2 children out. Went in and got her own 2 children out. That is some balls. And that is crazy that the cops didn't want to go, and the local cops. And then the fact that Border Patrol SWAT team had to come in, disregard the order, the chain of command, to go in and get it. Now, I know there's a lot of other things and that went on, and possibly people just made mistakes and stuff, but it was a costly mistake. Yeah. But Muggs, this one is hurting me so much, and I don't have kids. I don't even have kids. I think about my nephew. My nephew who's about to start preschool, or my nephew who's in high school. That's all I could think about. It is like, what if they are in this situation? And we've talked about it like in passing. Like, when, I don't know about yourself, but when I was in high school, there were guns on campus. There were knives. There were fights. There were people rumbles and everything. There was violence, but it wasn't to this extent. Like, it was just people who were having problems with each other, or stupid stuff like girls or gangs or crews or tagging crews or whatever it was. But it wasn't to this extent where we had to worry and have active shooter drills.
I know, dude.
And
It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah. And so, Muggs, I want to ask you,
Yes, sir.
as a parent, how do you cope with this? 2, how do you deal with this? And 3, what do you do moving forward?
Well, Dave, I'm glad you asked because it was kind of a weird situation for me when I found out the news in Uvalde. I was in my kid's reception area at her school, and I'm scrolling on my phone, and I'm literally about to walk in and read a book to her class.
Oh, wow.
And I'm scrolling, and my news thing pops up on my iPhone, and it says, mass shooting, elementary school students killed. And I'm just, as I'm sitting in my daughter's reception area, like, what, like, again. And the first time it happened, I think Sandy Hook, when was that? Because, was that, man, I can't.
Are you talking about just elementary or school shootings?
The school shooting, Sandy Hook.
Because Columbine was, I think, the first big one.
Yeah, Columbine happened when I was a freshman in high school, in 98. Yeah. Okay, so Sandy Hook happened in 2012.
Yeah.
And 6 and 7-year-olds were killed. I was not a parent, however, at that time. However, I felt sick to my stomach. Like, how the hell, like, people as innocent as 6 and 7-year-olds just mowed down by automatic weapons, whatever the weapon, shot, right?
Yeah.
And it made me sick, and I wasn't surprised when nothing happened from it, like, because the NRA and the gun lobbyists and everybody, they have such a stronghold on American politics. It's nuts. So I wasn't expecting much from that. But as I was sitting in my daughter's school the other day, and I find out the news as I'm sitting there, I got sick to my stomach. And I was actually angry. I was actually pissed and angry, and I couldn't imagine what like, God forbid that happened at my kid's school. First of all, I like to think it wouldn't, because they have a pretty good lockdown system, and they're pretty safe, and they have, teachers at like every corner of the block, but still, like, those teachers aren't carrying weapons. But it made me sick. It made me mad, and it's to a point where I think, I don't know if it's feasible, but, we have National Guard in this country, and they're usually reserve. So why not put 2 National Guard? I mean, we must have, I don't know how, like, if that would work reasonably, if there could be 2 National Guards set up at every school in America. I don't know. But that's the point we've gotten to. That's the point I think we have to take to, stop this. I don't know. I was really bummed. Then you see the kids' pictures come out, and it's just, it affected me crazily, and I think it brought back all the memories of all their past shootings, like at Sandy Hook, where those. It's sick. It's sick.
Yeah.
Shit.
So do you talk about this with your child, or do you are you trying to shield her from it? Because
I try to shield her from him.
She doesn't need to know this right now.
No, dude.
She's
like,
6, right? Like,
she's 6, dude. Dude, I didn't like. I think one time when I was 5 or 6, I was in a playground or something.
Yeah.
And I remember this because it was like, it kind of like, I'll never forget this. But this kid pretty much, he was my age or whatever. He pretty much said he was going to go home, get his dad's knife, and stab me with it. And I never forgot that.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, holy shit, this kid's going to come stab me. Right. Like, so that stayed with me for life. Right. Like, I'll never forget that. But, I don't think I need to put that burden on her to have her worry, like, when she goes to school, is somebody going to walk into her school and start shooting everybody?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't have that. I didn't have that burden hanging on my head going to school at all. Like you said, we had the regular shit, the fights, the whatever. Yeah. But this is a whole new fucking level. And I don't know what the fuck can be done so drastically. that
Yeah.
could put an end to this, but it's enough is enough for sure.
Look, I'm not a parent, but I'll leave, whatever the parents decide what they want at their school. I don't think that putting more guns on campus and military and stuff is great for the kids, because like in high school we had school campus police. Right. So that was fine, and this time even the police couldn't stop the guy from going in. So I don't know if that's going to work all the time. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll deter people. I don't know, but I think we just need to try something. I'm down to use my vote if people want to throw it out there, and whatever, if it's more security, whatever, just let's try something, because we got to just stop this. Like, it's crazy. And the fact that we as a society just go like, oh, well, that's another one. And that's terrible. Thoughts and prayers,
And people are saying, thoughts and prayers, whatever.
Yeah.
People are saying they interviewed this, I guess, a classmate of the piece of shit who did this.
Yeah.
And he's like, let me just go ahead and start off by saying this kid was not bullied. This kid tried to bully people and would get pretty much put in his place.
Yeah.
And he would also this kid said that he would hurt animals. So this kid's a psychopath who did this.
Yeah. So he was fucked in the head already to begin with. Like we said, he started his day by killing his grandma. So yeah. Well,
so I don't know if mental health is we need more mental health. I don't know what, dude. I mean, this is never. Look, I don't think an assault weapons ban is necessarily going to do it.
I would hope to try, though. I mean,
I know.
If this kid can't buy one, then if he goes in with his car and smashing into a school, okay, cool. It takes out one wall, and in his car, he crashes his car, and I don't know. He may hurt people, he may not, but just the guns, it's crazy, and I think we could end it there. And I don't want to get too much more into it because we don't have the answers. People above our pay grade and who are our politicians need to work something out. But the one thing I will end with is fuck Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson. That's all. I both of them. Fuck them. I hate them.
They should fuck each other.
Yeah.
Janky Town, hit the ground. We can get the janky poppin', that's a sound. We make your frown, go upside down. It's getting janky, we the greatest pound for pound. What up, Muggs? What up, Dave? What up, Bro? What up, Janks? What up, Muggs? What up, Dave? What up, Bro? What up, Janks? It's getting janky, it's getting janky, it's getting janky. I love it when we jank around. It's getting janky, it's getting janky, it's getting janky. I love it when we jank around. Janky Town.
Yes, Janky Town, episode 88. It's good to be back, Dave.
Yeah.
I was out last week with a massive root canal. How that happened, and I sounded like this after the root canal. So I had to gracefully bow out last week, but thank you so much to Kelly, Janks to Kelly Gleason, who stepped in, and she stepped in huge, I heard, and from what I saw with her little microphone.
Yeah, what you saw, you didn't listen to it? You didn't hear it?
No, of course not.
Yeah, well, I'm glad, as I wrote in the description, you had the mouth ouchies, so a lot of people thought that was herpes or something.
Right? I saw that. And I was gonna talk to you about that. That could have been better worded, I guess. But
I mean, what? Didn't you have an ouchie in your mouth?
I did. Have you ever had a root canal, Dave?
Root canal.
Root canal. Emergency root canal, by the way.
I don't think I have. There was a period where I didn't go to the dentist for like 10 to 15 years.
What?
And then, yeah, it was nuts, dude. And then I went to I decided, I was like, oh, I have dental insurance. I should probably go to the dentist. And then I started getting all this work done. And luckily my mouth wasn't too bad. So it was just like cavities and like cleaning and stuff. So No. Well, I had extractions of my molars, like what's it? That's in the back ones, right? The molar.
Yeah,
like,
your molar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your wisdom
So
teeth,
I
right?
had wisdom teeth. That's it. The wisdom
what you
teeth.
had, yeah. Mhm.
Yes, I not the molars, because the molars are the big ones that are still there. Wisdom teeth. Yes, you're right. I had that, and that wasn't too bad. The dentist that I went to was actually really good, and you know, I didn't even knock out or anything. He just numbed me up, took them out. The worst part about it is hearing the crunch of the breaking of the tooth. But you can't feel it. So, yeah. But yeah, man. So I'm glad you're back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was crazy. I mean, real quick to give the Jinxes a little detail on my mouth ouchie. Wednesday night, I was sitting down and I was eating popcorn, and everything was
no. No. That was that was Venega Boys. What's popcorn?
You're talking about Popcornopolis?
The popcorn song.
Would you like to take that back? Would you like to take that back? Tell me what you could do. Okay. Right.
That's the popcorn song I was trying to do. But
So everything, yeah, that was good. So everything's fine, right? Everything's golden. I'm sitting there on my couch watching movies, eating popcorn, and all of a sudden, I take a bite. And the sharpest pain shoots like from the top part of my mouth, like all the way up my cheek. And then for the next 2 days, it felt like I was having, God forbid, a stroke on the side of my face. My whole face went numb, and it felt like my cheek was throbbing, and it was just bad. So I called my dentist on Thursday morning, and so
what did you call him? I'm sorry. That was okay. That was bad. You got a fly on your head. All right, continue.
So I called my dentist on the phone Thursday morning, and I said, "Yeah, I can't feel my face when I'm with you." And
wow! You got a fly on your head.
And he's like, all right, well, come in. So I went in and they checked it out, and he poked around and prodded around. He's like, yeah, you have a cavity. Food has gotten up in the root, and now it's infected in your cheek.
Who's hungry?
So I was like, sweet. So how long? He's like, well, come in. So I had an emergency root canal Friday morning. And boy, oh boy, that was fun, man. They jam your gum with a nice long needle to get it numb. They proceeded to grind my tooth down, and they went in there and cleaned out everything, and they put a crown on, and then I was in the Rite Aid right by the office, and then the Novocaine started wearing off, and it felt like somebody was shoving more needles into my gum as the Novocaine was wearing off, and I was in the Rite Aid for an hour. I was like, hey guys, any word on that medicine that I need right now? Because boy, oh boy, it's hurting. Oh, I'm sorry. It was.
Now, are you just drooling? Are you just drooling everywhere because you can't the Novocaine?
Pretty much. It was pretty much like I have something in my cheek because I couldn't really fucking move. And yeah, it wasn't. It was brush your teeth, people.
Okay, good. On that note, Muggs, can I play a PSA to kind of start this episode?
Absolutely.
Right, just a PSA.
Okay.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey man, what's up?
What'd you do last night?
Well, I went home, took a shower, masturbated, went to sleep. What? Fucking freak. Pervert. What? Isn't he Catholic?
That's what I thought.
That's a sin.
Masturbation is a gift from God.
I love to masturbate. Masturbation. Good.
clean fun.
It feels so good.
All right. Thank you for that, Dave.
There you go. That was just a PSA that I found, and I thought all the Janksters should know about it. So masturbation, good,
All right.
clean,
Fun. It feels so good.
Yes. Muggs, how was your week other than your root canal?
You know, Dave, it was very uneventful. Just a lot of sitting around, moping. I like I said, I read to my daughter's class on Tuesday. It was her birthday on that Monday.
What book did you read? Wait, hold on. What book did you read?
G is for gecko.
And what's that book entail? G is for gecko.
So
It'll save you 15% on on auto
like,
insurance.
hello, I'm the Geico Gecko. So it's a book that essentially goes through the alphabet. It starts with A, and then it says A is for the auntie who shoos the gecko away, and it takes place. The whole book takes place in Hawaii. So there's a lot of Hawaiian themes. Like when it gets to L, it goes to the alphabet. When it gets to L, it's like, this is the lei that the gecko wears, and blah, blah, blah. It was great. And Evie held up the book for her class, and I flipped the pages. So that was fun.
Now,
Just,
now, Muggs, this book is probably the easiest book in the world to read.
Right.
Were you nervous at all reading in front of like kids who could barely read or probably can't read at all?
100%.
I mean, you talk in front of,
know.
into a microphone for a living,
Right,
and yet
right.
you're in
Talking
front of
to a
these little
microphone
kids.
I've been on stage in front of, thousands of people, like introing bands or comedians or whatever. But
Yeah.
no. And there was a part where I read something wrong, like, because Evie was holding the book. So I was like,
oh, you're blaming Evie, huh? You're blaming Evie.
I couldn't really see the word, and so I said it, and then I realized I said it wrong. I'm like, oh, wait. No, that's not, this is, and I totally, was, flustered. It was crazy. It's hard work, man, reading in front of 6-year-olds.
Oh, man, that's funny. And then you said it was Evie's birthday. What did you guys do?
So I took her to Universal Studios on Monday, and we went on The Secret Life of Pets. We went on...
Shout out Brian Lynch. Yeah.
Yeah. And we went on Despicable Me. And
shout out Brian Lynch. Yeah.
Really? Same guy?
Yeah, same dude. Yeah.
Wow.
He has two rides at Universal.
Okay, this isn't Brian Lynch, because the third one we went on was the Simpsons ride. It was her first time on the Simpsons ride.
Shout out Matt Groening. Yeah.
There you go. So
how did she like it? Because
she liked
that's almost like a full roller coaster sometimes.
Yeah, and I told her, because at first we had been at Universal back last, I think it was I want to say September-ish, and she didn't want to go on the Simpsons ride at the time, and of course there was 0-minute wait when she didn't want to, and then the time that I convinced her to go, it was an hour and 30 minutes. But we got her on, and I told her, I was like, look, Evie, this is sort of like the Despicable Me ride. It's the same kind of thing. She's like, oh, okay. So she liked it. The only thing that she didn't like was at the end where Krusty plays a joke with a camera, and there's this loud noise.
Oh, and it buzzes.
Yeah. And Krusty goes, and then hold on, that was not a good Krusty. I'll do a good Krusty. There we go. She liked it overall. And for a Monday, at the end of May, I guess kids are starting to get out of school already because it was crowded. It was packed.
Damn.
Yeah, and then we had a Krusty Burger at the end, and it was good times. I got the California Neighbor Pass, so that's good for 9 months. Of course, every blackout date you can't go, but so I'm gonna try.
It's good if you're able to go on odd days, and it's awesome. Did you go on the Harry Potter rides at all?
No, so that's the next one. I haven't been on any of the Harry Potter rides at Universal, the roller coaster or the Flying Nimbus one. But I think the Flying Nimbus one, that'd be a little too intense for her, right? She's tall enough. She's tall enough. She's tall enough for all the rides now, which is crazy. She's 50 inches.
Yeah, that one. It kind of they took out the 3D, so it's not as intense, but the motion of it, like you're getting rocked and you're like straightforward, looking straight down at the the floor, and then there's some scary scenes with spiders and big trees, and so it might be a little much for her.
I might have to go during the week by myself just to ride those, because I just haven't been on it. I mean, I've been to Universal a million times since they built Harry Potter World. So
I mean, you should just go to Duke's and get some candy, because that's a good candy store.
I've never been into Duke's. I've had butterbeer.
Butterbeer sucks. Fuck butterbeer.
Really?
Yeah. Bullshit butterscotch. Like, make it alcoholic, bro.
You know what
there's a great bar in there. There's a great bar in there, though. Yeah.
Is it? You know what sucks, though? The fact that they tore down the Gibson to make that.
No, it doesn't.
You don't care.
I
know you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, progress, man. We need a. Now I want them to tear down the rest of Universal City Walk so we could have the Diagon Alley. Come on, man. Like,
are they going to do that?
Let's get going.
Are they really going to do that?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know, but I've never heard of anything like that. I just thought, like, because Universal Orlando has Diagon Alley, and it's so much cooler. They have so much cooler rides and stuff like that. So the one at Universal doesn't change much. Like, once you've done it, it's not that big. So once you did it, you're like, okay, it's the same every single time. It never changes. They don't change it up for anything.
Why is everything in Florida bigger than the ones in California? I don't get it. Is it because of real estate?
More space. Yeah, it's a freaking swamp that they could just build over. So, yeah. But, Muggs, did you take her on Jurassic World?
She doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to do that yet. The drop.
Not yet? Okay.
Not yet. Not yet.
The drop and dinosaurs. I can see that.
Yeah, she's a little scared about on that one.
Did you take her on the tram? Did you take her on the celebrity tram?
I took her on the tram last time we went, and she says she never wants to go on it again.
What happened?
She doesn't like King Kong.
Okay. Yeah, that's that could be scary. And
she did not like King Kong, and she did not like Jaws.
Okay.
And then all right. By the time that was over, she's like, "When is this thing done? I want to get off. I'm over it." So,
but she was cool with Fast and the Furious, though, right? Like,
I guess. I think at that point she was like already
she was over it
from King Kong, so she's like, "Whatever." I'm just gonna look ahead and not put on my 3D glasses and hide in my arm. But we'll get there. Well, I'll work her up to the rides. You know, it was an improvement. Like maybe each visit we do one new ride, because this one was the Krusty ride, was the Simpsons ride. So
that's a big ride for her. That's a big ride for her.
So maybe, I don't know, Mummy might be too intense, right?
Nah, hell no, dude. Just take it. There's no loops or anything, right?
No.
Yeah. So just take her to the Mummy. She might
tall
like the
enough,
speed,
which is crazy.
She might like the speed.
Yeah. She went on. She's been on Thunder Mountain.
Oh, then she might like the Mummy.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it's indoors. It's like it's windy and it's fast. All right, one last question about Universal.
Yeah.
Did you see any of the Super Mario World that they're
No,
building?
I was going to just ask you about that, Dave. In September, they had we're constructing Super Mario World. So, but this time we didn't even make it down to the lower lot where it is. So is it done? Is it ready? What's it about?
I have no idea. I'm waiting for news, man. I want to see this. I'm excited for Super Mario World. And I know that they're probably getting ready for Halloween Horror Nights already, too. Did you see any of that being built?
No, didn't see, because I guess that all takes place lower, right? No, they have some.
No, it's everywhere, but I mean, they start building the mazes and stuff in the back lot.
Damn, already?
In
May,
dude, in May, August, September, May, June, July. Well, okay, maybe not. Maybe it's a little early, but they're tweeting about it already. But yeah, it starts in September, so they got to get everything ready by then. So. Yeah, Universal Studios. It's my fourth favorite theme park in Southern California. So yeah.
Okay? So let me guess. You're first. Disneyland.
Of course, yes. Disneyland and California Adventure.
Then Magic Mountain.
The whole Disneyland counts as one. The whole area.
So Disneyland, Six Flags.
Yeah.
And then Universal.
No, Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh, I forgot about Knott's.
Knott's Berry Farm, yeah, which is a close second to A close second to Magic. Magic just has better rides, but Knott's for the convenience. It's so much closer. It's really cool. They stepped up their game with the roller coasters too, and it's pretty damn good. Now I would throw SeaWorld in there before.
SeaWorld?
I would throw SeaWorld before Universal, but
What?
it's just too far. It's just too far, and they need to get rid of the orcas. So, like the orca show, and then I'm back in on SeaWorld. So,
do they have roller coasters at SeaWorld?
yes, they do. I haven't been on one of them, but they just keep adding new ones, and now I'm like, ooh, as a roller coaster fan, I'm like, oh, I want to go on the roller coasters.
I went to Magic Mountain a couple weeks ago. And,
Oh, what?
Yeah, and we went on all the big rides, on like all the new ones, all the new
Yeah.
coasters. There was barely any wait times. It was fantastic. And so we hit up Tatsu. Well, first we hit up Superman. Then we hit up Tatsu. Then we went on the new Full Throttle, which is awesome.
Full Throttle's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they took out the log ride, which that had to go. So that was
Yeah.
I liked
Yeah.
it for nostalgia, but like for actual
There's still remnants of the log ride there though. Like they just never cleaned it up, and
Right,
they had
yeah.
so much to. They had so much time to fix it. Nah, it's still there. Like you can see the
I know
track and
the track and the whole like waiting area, like the
Yeah.
little lodge or whatever is still there.
yeah.
And then we did Goliath.
That's a good drop. Yeah, that's a good
yeah.
drop. Twisted
Scream.
Colossus, huh?
Twisted Colossus. We did that thing.
That's
man.
amazing. That's
Remember when we went on
amazing.
that, Dave? When they opened up that Revolution VR thing?
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
The liaison from Six Flags, like he's like, "I'll take you to any ride you want, no line or no wait. What do you want to do?"
Right.
And we both
Twisted
looked at each
Colossus.
other. Twisted Colossus, dude, that ride. I think outside of X2, that is the most intense ride at Magic Mountain. Is Twisted. I've never.
no
felt
way,
like,
dude. No way.
No, but here's the thing. I've never felt like I was gonna fall out more. Like my body was just gonna fall out of the. Than that, I was like, oh my god, this is insane, and like it's just like the force on that ride, like
That's
literally
so much
twist
fun.
the twists on that. It's insane
It's
So,
so much
yeah, we
fun.
did
But I
that
think
one.
Tatsu is the most nerve wracking.
because you're hanging.
Yeah, or actually, did you get on the wooden roller coaster, whatever it's called now? Because
Oh,
they change
yeah.
it so often.
Yeah, it
but
used to
like
be-
that one is.
I didn't go on that one.
That one's so fast.
I didn't go on that way. Is that that's not? Well, it used to be Cyclone, right?
It used to be Cyclone, then it was
Right.
Terminator, and
Right.
then they lost the rights to Terminator, and then it became like Apocalypse or something. And
Right.
I have no idea what it's called now.
I think it's called like Armageddon now or something.
yeah.
I don't know.
But
But,
here's what I like about Magic Mountain though. It's a fucking janky spot. Like it's like perfect for us because it's janky. Like they don't fix their like the colors fading. They don't care. They're just like whatever. The lines are not even like they're just in a line. There's no like you go to Disneyland and there's a whole storyline when before you get into the ride. Nope, not Magic
yeah.
Mountain. You're just ropes.
No.
You're just in a rope.
ropes, and they're playing reruns of Looney Tunes. They're just playing old Looney Tunes
Exactly.
reruns, like at full blast. So if you get stuck under the speaker, you hear like Foghorn Leghorn yelling in your ear, "I see it, I see it, I see it." And you're like, "Ah, God, what? Ow!" But no, overall, I mean, all the coasters we went on, I think it was $100 admission.
Nice.
I was worth it because we did everything we wanted to do at least once. We did Full Throttle twice. We met this like the wizard of Magic Mountain. The coolest guy. We're walking off of Scream, right by Twisted Colossus, and he's like, "Hey, how you guys doing?" We're like, "Great." His name was Robert. We're like, "Great." He's like, "Hey, so have you ridden this, and this?" Or like, "Yeah, we were." He's like, let me give you some pointers. If you ride on the front of Tatsu, it's the best because there is nothing in front of you, and that is the true experience that you're supposed to feel on Tatsu. Like nothing is in front of you, like you're flying. So if you get a chance, ride the front. We're like, "Yeah, we already rode it, but yeah, next time." He's like, and if you ride Full Throttle, sit in the back because when you get to the point where you're going into reverse, you're at the highest point. You're almost inverted. Do that. So he has like all the tips and tricks. And then I started asking him about the new roller coaster, the Wonder Woman roller coaster that they're building.
Oh boy, yeah.
Which is okay. So it gives us that, and because that used to be, I was like, that used to be Tidal Wave, right? He's like, yeah, that was Tidal Wave, and they built something there. They tore that down.
Oh, they took out Tidal Wave?
Oh yeah, Tidal Wave's gone. By the way, Tidal Wave, dude, that needed to go. That was just the lamest ride in the world.
It was
Wasn't
such
it?
a long line for nothing.
I know. For
Like,
nothing.
hey, you-
to go up, around, and down.
No,
and that was it.
You know what the line was for? The line was for the bridge. Like,
Yeah,
after
to
you
get
get off,
wet.
you just get
Yeah.
wet on the bridge. And I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want to get soaked.
I know. You get drenched. Just a huge. But anyway, so yeah, that's out, and they're building the Wonder Woman ride, which used to be Green Lantern at one, and then they took that out because they could never get it. He was telling this guy had like all the inside info. He's like,
Dude, did you ever ride the Green Lantern ride?
No, but he told
It
me
was one of the gnarliest rides I've ever ridden.
gnarlier than X2.
Oh, it was up there because the way you get jerked around and you're flipping,
Yeah.
it is insane.
Love getting jerked around.
I remember our friend, you know her, Muggs, Ann Ingold. We were on it for like one of the K-Rock nights, and her keys fell down because we were hanging as we were like getting ready to get deboarded. We were upside down. So we were just
my
hanging
God.
there, and her keys fell out of her pocket, and it's like ching, gang, bang, bang, bang. And
What are they? How far did they fall?
It was far. They had to walk down and grab them. They got them though. So
Well, it's kind of cool because like they have those like zipper pouches on the rides now that you can put your shit in.
yeah,
Yeah. And it was funny on Full Throttle as we were like waiting to board. The train goes out and they go on the first big loop, and then all of a sudden I see this phone at one when they hit the top. I see this phone fall and it hits like the pole. It goes bink, bonk, dink. I was like, there goes somebody's phone. Like
they're not getting that back.
Into the old log jammer shrubbery or whatever. And so they're building the Wonder Woman thing. And I asked the guy, I was like, so do they like ever because like most of it's nostalgia. Well, some of the rides are nostalgia there. Like Ninja is still there.
That's gotta go. That's gotta go.
But I think what Six Flags does, and especially Magic Mountain, I think they keep all their like heritage rides just to keep them, right? So
Ninja's
Viper.
not a heritage ride, man. It was in '88.
I know, but so Viper was built in 90 or 91, right? And remember,
Yeah.
Viper was like the ride, like that was
Viper
like,
can stay though.
Okay, well, I will never ride Viper again because I get CTE on that ride. I get crazy concussions on that. My head hits the side of the shoulder restraint like no other. Because when I was younger, I guess I was shorter or something, but now like my head comes up to like I don't know, dude. Every time I get off that ride, it feels like I need to get checked out.
Do you remember the ride at Magic Mountain? It was called Flashback.
Yeah.
It was a short-lived ride, and I think it was short-lived for that reason because everyone would come off there like, you may experience dizziness because of the flashback. I was like, no, it sucked. All it does is smash your head from side to side.
It was the worst, and it was like the worst design coaster. It was like all in like one
was
like,
terrible.
square foot, and like each turn like was a jerk. Yeah, I remember that thing. I remember
It was terrible.
I think they tore that out to put Hurricane Harbor in, or
it's the Looney Tunes water slide now. It's like the big Yosemite Sam water slide for the kids. No way!
Oh, that's
no
long
way!
gone. I remember the Yosemite Sam thing, like where you were able to go on a water slide with your clothes on, which was weird.
Yes, it was so weird. And I did it. It's so dumb.
I did it once. You get in a raft with all your clothes on, and it's like you're at Hurricane Harbor with all your clothes on. You're like,
exactly.
You get off, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm soaking with everything is soaking wet. Like this is nuts. I'm going to be wet for the rest of the day. That's gone. That's gone. That big tree. I don't know what they did with it, but
yes.
So they're gonna get the Wonder Woman ride, and then obviously the Riddler's still there, Batman's still there, which is. It's funny because like Batman is like a 45-second ride or whatever, and it's just like that stuff. That like, why do they keep that? Like, because
they got to keep
there.
DC. They got to keep the DC theme.
I know they want the DC area and like the whole park, but that the Viper one I asked him, I was like, so are they gonna? He's like, they can't. There's like that one's protected. They're not gonna get rid of Viper because it's the last coaster built by some coaster building group that used like it was like aerodynamics or something that was
I think they used it's the last original coaster probably
right
yeah.
So
I mean look, they got rid of Colossus, so I mean so maybe but
sort of they didn't get rid of Colossus, they just
they changed the whole concept of it now. It's
so much better
it's a magnet ride instead of a wooden coaster,
right
yeah.
exactly
but also Jetstream needs to go. Like that's a lot of real
Jetstream's
estate
gone.
No, it isn't.
I think it is.
No, because you could see them like
Okay,
when you're walking.
yeah.
Yeah, it's still there. But all right. Well,
it's funny because Jetstream. Remember Jetstream and like the log ride were like the same kind of. You're like, why do they have two of these things? Jetstream was just like a futurist. Yeah, okay, you might be right. I think Jetstream is still there, but I didn't see it when I was.
And then what's the other one? The Gold Rusher.
Gold Rusher, the first roller coaster in California.
Yeah, that one's lame, but it's so much fun.
Yeah, they'll never get rid of that.
That one's lame, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many rides there that you just like, what the hell? Like, there's so much space there. They could do so much more, and I'm glad they're building a bunch of new stuff. So what are your rankings, Muggs, of theme parks? Not that I didn't realize that we were going to get into this, but what are your rankings of theme parks in Southern California?
I gotta go as far as themes go. Disneyland is one. As far
No, not themes. Just what do you enjoy the most? Like what parks do you enjoy going to the most?
I would say Six Flags 1.
All right.
Disneyland 2.
Okay.
Universal 3.
Ooh.
And Knott's 4, just because I don't go to Knott's a lot, and I can't remember what's there. But
oh yeah, did they have that fried chicken place? Boysenberry jam.
Yeah.
Beer. And
Montezuma's Revenge.
No, they're redoing it.
Oh, really?
But then they have some scary ass rides, dude. The Boomerang. I think the Boomerang's still there, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, is that the one that like hangs upside? Boomerang is a roller coaster, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's
but then
the
they have
one
like the
that's
Pony Express.
Oh yeah.
What's the one that Free Fall? Right.
Free Fall was
that
that
one?
That was at
Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
No, they have their own version of Free Fall where you just hang from the tower and just fall down. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, do they still have the parachutes?
No.
Remember that?
Yes. I never got on the parachutes. I was too scared.
My dad was gangster. My dad was gangster one time. Like we were on the parachutes. I was on the parachutes with them. And I was like 5 or whatever. And I just got a Knott's Berry Farm dinosaur hat. And I was wearing it. And we got up to the top. And the thing drops. And my hat flies off. And my dad, like a ninja, just goes. And he catches my hat. I was like, whoa. It was so great.
Do you remember Kingdom of the Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
That ride needs to go.
Hat. Is it still there?
I don't know, but that needs to go if it is still there.
That is do you remember in Beverly Hills Cop 3, Wonderworld?
Well, that was Paramount. That was a Paramount Great Adventure up
okay,
north.
well, they had like a dinosaur ride there. That reminds me of the dinosaur ride at Knott's, and it needs to go. Just cheesy.
It needs to go. Remember the soapbox racers? Oh,
yeah.
Knott's was so much fun. But now they have a new ride. It's called like Extreme Speed or something, and that ride is gnarly because all it does is shoot you. You go over like
it's almost like Full Throttle.
Yeah, but you go like on Full Throttle when you go over the loop, they do that, and then you go like it's so high you could see it from the freeway. Like that's how high the track is, and sometimes it doesn't even make it all the way up, and it comes back, and they have to put the emergency brakes. Yeah.
What?
The last time we were at the K-Rock Takes Over Knott's or whatever, Knott's Scary Farm, that happened. We were waiting in line, and it goes 3, 2, 1, go! Like beep beep beep. It's like a race, and it went halfway up, or almost all the way up, and then it went and then it came back down, and then you hear the beep. You hear the magnets just lock, and then it comes back, and it just, and then they just reset and shoot it again. Just
so you don't have to deboard. You just stay on there.
Nah, they just go whoop one more time and then shoot it and then go up. They check everything's all good, and then they shoot it again and get out of here.
Yeah,
and it's oh man, all right. Theme parks are fun, man.
That was like a 20-minute theme park chunk.
Yeah, who knew? You know what else is fun?
What?
TV. So let's get into a little fun. Let's get into a little what you watching TV, and I got a theme song for it. Ready? Boom,
yeah.
Boom, boom, what you watching TV? What you watching TV? Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus 2. I'm watching networks. How about you? It's TV. What you watching TV? What you watching? TV. Bum,
Nice.
Thanks
Dave,
for the
what you
drum.
watching? You're welcome.
Thanks for the
Of course.
drum.
I'm a drummer.
Drum background on that.
Of course.
That intro.
Anytime.
All right. Well, I want to talk about a couple of things, and I think I'm going to ask you the same question. A couple of weeks ago, a new movie was released on Disney Plus, and it was called Rescue Rangers.
What?
Are you a Rescue Rangers fan?
Chip and Dale, Rescue Ranger. Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers. Of course I was.
Dude, I was when I heard about this, I was like, okay, it's just another reboot. It's whatever. But then you find out it's John Mulaney and Andy Samberg, and pretty much produced by the guys from Lonely Island. So you knew it was going to be good. And I watched it, and I was pleasantly surprised on how much fun it was. Yeah. Think Roger Rabbit, but modern. Okay. And I will say this, it wasn't as good as Roger Rabbit. I thought Roger Rabbit still held up and is better than Rescue Rangers. But they had so many good Easter eggs in this freaking film. And it was a good movie. It was very funny. And I just, like, it gave me, like, Roger Rabbit meets 21 Jump Street, like that comedy.
Awesome.
Like, so it was really cool. And if you were a Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger fan, I'm not going to give away any spoilers on what cameos or whatever, that because there's so many and you got to find them yourself. But it was a fun movie. I really enjoyed it. I think adults and children and everyone will like it. So Rescue Rangers on Disney Plus. Check it out. Muggs, what are you watching, man?
Dave.
You're thinking about it, aren't you?
Dave. Well, I was watching Winning Time, but that's over.
Yes.
Did you see any of that?
Not yet. I will eventually get to it. There's just so much good TV that I need to get to first.
Well, Dave, I wasn't thinking about it. It was more of me kind of having a grievance with what I'm watching.
Oh.
And
you're mad at yourself for watching it.
Not mad at myself, just like I've never really kind of been more disinterested while watching before. And it's
you were hate watching a show?
Not really hate watching, just like I can't follow. I don't know what's going on. It seems Mayans.
What?
What's going on with that, man? Like,
what do you mean?
I don't know. It just seems like they're running out of things to write about.
I thought this season has been pretty damn good.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of clutter to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm.
All right, what's your gripe with it? There's some storylines that they need to let go, and they like bring them back from time to time. You're like, bro, just let it go. Just let them go. Like, I thought we're done with that. Let's just focus on this one storyline that's going to get us to next season, and then it's over. So let's just stick with those. But what's your gripe with Mayans? Because, J.D. Pardo's in it with no shirt.
I know. And you have J.D. Pardo feelings, which I can't even say.
Uh-huh.
But my first gripe is like, okay, so Marcus Alvarez, right?
Yeah.
Is he gonna go? Is he part of the Mayans? Or is he gonna stay out? Is he gonna stay in? What is he doing? Like, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna come back. Like,
what do you mean?
Like,
he's El Padrino. He's the boss, man. He's the boss. Applesauce. But he's back.
Didn't he like hang up his cut like last season or whatever? Like 2 seasons ago. He's like,
did you not watch the end of last season?
He's like, I'm done, Primo. But what? Yeah, I did.
So remember when the the cartel guy was like, "Oh, you got to choose your allegiance." He's like, "I guess I already did," and then he want to kill Easy Reyes, and he chose his side. Then he came back. Muggs.
He came back.
Take control of the Mayans because the Mayans were in a civil war.
Yeah,
and he said, "What are we doing? Brothers killing brothers."
Yeah. And then and then you had Steve, who was in the last season, who I don't want to ruin it for anybody, any of our Jakes who haven't, maybe be a couple seasons behind, but like that kind of storyline has come back, and like it's just been.
Who's Steve? Which one's Steve?
He was the big guy. He was the big guy.
The big guy.
He was the apprentice, and then he got patched in.
Yeah, then he blew his head off. 'Cause that was last season.
Gave it away, Dave.
That was last season, though, Muggs.
I know, but he keeps they keep bringing it, they keep talking about him. Why do they keep talking him?
They talked about him one episode, and it was just because they were making fun of
Frank or whatever, the big guy. He's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry about your son. He was a good I don't know.
Yes, he went to go tell the family. That was it. That's all they did. That was one episode.
No. Then in another episode, they were saying they were dropping bullets or whatever for all their dead homies, and then he came up again, and then they fought over that. He's the guy said,
yeah.
"Oh, you remember that?"
Yes,
I don't
yes.
know. Maybe I'm being too. Long story short, what I'm trying to say, Dave, is these last 3 episodes of the season, I've literally started and just not finished. And
Muggs, how
I don't know.
dare you?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too hard. Maybe I'm being dumb. But maybe
are.
it's my Maybe it's my ADD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So you're having a hard problem watching Mayans. So maybe that's not for some janksters who are like you and have issues with it. But I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
But let me get to one more that is, I think everyone will enjoy. Are you a fan of BBC's Earth or Blue Planet and those type of shows?
Is that the one who voiced that? Sigourney
David
Weaver?
Attenborough.
Oh yeah, the guy from Jurassic Park. I think I don't think I really have seen
The guy
a
from
full
Jurassic
episode.
Park. What?
Yeah.
Is he the grandpa?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh no, that's no wait.
No,
was
that's
that
Richard. That dude's
Richard
dead.
Attenborough. Yeah, that's his brother. They have the same last name.
No, he's a dude who voices all the BBC stuff, and he has a calming, just cool voice.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen a full episode.
Well, I love those nature shows like BBC, like Earth, Blue Planet, what's the Predators, all these crazy shows. And now Apple TV just released a new one called Prehistoric Planet, where they shoot they don't shoot it. They made this show, all dinosaurs, and they tape it like BBC's Earth. So David Attenborough is talking through these stories of these make-believe stories of this dinosaur who lays an egg and then leaves to go get, food, but then another dinosaur comes and eats the eggs, and oh no, the mom comes back, and what's gonna happen? And they show all these weird-ass dinosaurs that I never knew existed, and they follow them as they try to live, and it looks so realistic that you think that you're watching real nature. And then Hans Zimmer does the music for it. It's pretty badass, dude. There's only 5 episodes. So if you like that shit, check out Prehistoric Planet on Apple TV.
Does he say, "Welcome to Jurassic Park"?
No, but I can't wait for Jurassic Park. Muggs, the Giants suck, right? The San Francisco Giants.
Yes.
Well, I got to give it to them because they actually did something pretty cool this past week when they had James Hetfield and Kirk Hammett perform the National Anthem.
Woo!
Now, yeah, that's pretty cool, right? But remember how Jack White performed for Detroit Tigers?
Yes.
Well, this is kind of the same thing. And you want to hear a little bit of it? Because I got a little issue with James and Kirk performing the National Anthem. And so let's hear a little of their National Anthem.
What's your issue with that?
It's too good. when Jack White performed, he put some Jack White into it. Metallica played it nice and beautifully. Like Kirk Hammett and the guitar was like just jamming. Like I want that. Darkness imprisoning me. Like I want that sound of. I want the Metallica sound on the national anthem. Not this beautiful sounding guitar, just nice and crisp and playing. Like I want. If Metallica's gonna do the national anthem, do the national anthem Metallica style, man. No,
I
no?
don't.
Hello?
I can't.
No.
I don't. Can't. It was good.
All right. Well, that's just me then. But James Hetfield, Kirk Hammett played it. Giants probably lost that game because they suck. Just kidding.
And
they don't.
Jock Peterson got slapped. And
he did.
So stupid. That is the
So
stupidest
dumb.
thing I've ever heard. Yeah. Dave, we're recording this literally a day before it's released, which means tomorrow is Memorial Day. Do you have any Memorial Day plans that Mr. Sanchez will be partaking in?
Hell yeah, I do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open up my computer, check my email because I was off on Friday, and try to catch up before the week starts, and then probably do some housework, and then watch some TV, and then get ready for work on Tuesday. Yeah. Memorial Day. Woo. Party.
Well, that sucks. You're not going to be doing any barbecuing at all?
No, not at all. None.
Because I got some news for you.
What's that?
A new study, okay, out of
All right.
Oxford University. Oxford
legit.
University. Legit. Their study says, you ready for this?
Yes.
Burgers really do taste better with pickles.
Huh. What kind of pickles, though?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Dave, because if you do like pickles on your burger, you're not the only one. Because, like I said, Oxford University researchers have officially found that pickles enhance a burger's taste, appearance, and texture.
Mm-hmm. Do they say why? Do they say why?
Researcher and food scientist Professor Charles Spence says the acidity of pickle cuts through the rich umami flavor of the meat and also adds a satisfying crunch.
Oh.
They're classic pickles. Oh, man. I'm glad we both thought of that. Spence also surveyed UK adults and found 51% said they opt to remove pickles from their burgers, with the most common reason being that they dislike the taste.
Dumbasses.
Another 16% said they dislike the texture, and 4% said they never tried pickles, but they dislike the idea of them. 12%
what's wrong with
simply
those
said
people?
stupid. 12% simply said they'd rather eat pickles on their own. Well, that's
I like that you kept doing the Vlasic Storker guy.
classic, huh?
Yeah.
They got crunch.
Listen, Muggs, pickles are really good, but you know what's crazy? I love pickles too. But you know what's weird about, like, are you gonna barbecue and you're gonna do all this stuff? Or
Nope.
Okay, great. But you know what? When people make homemade like barbecue burgers, I don't like adding pickles. But when I go to it's weird because I don't know if like people just don't buy the right pickles. But when I go to restaurants and there's a pickle option, hell yeah, I'm getting pickles. I want that crunch because I don't know, they make burgers better. So yes, I agree with Oxford that pickles do make burgers better because they do taste better when you get that extra crunch. And I guess that's why people put like potato chips in sandwiches and stuff like that to get that crunch. So Oxford University knows what's up.
Yeah, Oxford, see?
All right, Muggs, let's get into some comments. What are the janksters saying? I came across some comments on social media and our Patreon page that I thought we could go over, right? So I posted about one of the episodes a while back, and Frank Campos on Instagram said, so the caller from the newest episode that was drunk from watching the Dodger game. Do you remember that call on the Jank Line call?
I don't.
Yeah, he was talking about being wasted, and then he's like, Muggs, come to LA Ale. It'll be great. And we're like, what the fuck is he talking about? Well, he was referring to LA Ale Works, a brewery in Torrance. So that's where he was getting wasted at while watching the Dodgers. And he said, Muggs, you would love it. I wouldn't because it's a brewery. Bob Bakta on Twitter tweets, is it pronounced Tesla or Tesla? We had that discussion a couple of episodes back, and he wrote, Musk and the other co-founders had to buy the name for $75,000, but while Tesla the man is pronounced with an S, Tesla the company is pronounced with a Z. Remember I had that podcast and I heard it was Tesla, and it really confused me because Tesla sounds legit. Now, I don't know if Bob's fucking with me or not, but I think I buy it, dude. Tesla. Huh.
There's no Z in it. It
Well,
wasn't Nikolai Tesla. It was Nikolai Tesla, right?
Yes, but maybe they can't say Tesla because of Nikolai Tesla. So it might be Tesla. You know? You never know, man. Martin Marine on Patreon says, okay, I went to a Dutch Brothers and it was effing bomb. I went to Yucaipa 2 times just for it. You're the best Mexican ever, Dave. Wow. I mean, yes, I know.
You know what, Dave? I'm seeing a lot.
Thank you very much.
I'm seeing a lot of Dutch Brothers posts on my Instagram feed.
You're welcome, Muggs. You need to go try it.
All right.
And then one last one from Gabor on Patreon.
Which, by the way,
Kelly.
I owe him $100.
Yes, you do.
So
Pay him back, Muggs.
I do. I will. I'll do that right now.
He wrote, great job, Kelly. But what the hell? Is she broadcasting from the inside of a KFC? Because I'm hearing so many damn birds in the background. And I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it when we were recording, but I was editing it. And listening to her, I was like, is this fucking Snow White or something? Like, there was so many birds. I goes, exactly. I thought, is she in an atrium? Was it an atrium or aviary? Or where the fuck?
Aviary.
Like those aviary, right? Like, there was so many birds, and this was after I had her move from place to place because it was either cars or a train. I was like, finally, I was like, where the fuck are you broadcasting from? Like a wilderness, like the forest or something? And there's just birds everywhere, and they were so loud. But anyways, thanks to Kelly for filling in for Muggs. Let's get into some Jank Line calls. 855 Janky 69. All right. Muggs, when you were out, I asked Kelly, I saw this TikTok about 3 things that men can do to warm a woman's heart. And this caller had something to say about it.
Hey, Janksters. This is Jankster Sergio out of Bakersfield. I was calling in regards to your conversation about that one TikTok about the girl and melting women's hearts and whatever. I think it might have something to do with whether the girl is affectionate or not, or she likes not PDA, but just is very hands-on, very touchy, because she loves not necessarily playing with her hair, but kind of massaging her scalp, pulling it a little, which translates into other things. But yeah, she loves that. She loves foot massages. She loves long walks, and she is very, very affectionate. So maybe it has to do with that. Not all girls are going to be the same. I'm the opposite. I don't like any kind of massages at all. I get hot very easily, so I'd rather just not have people on me. So it's a little bit challenging. But yeah, I think that's what it is. It just depends on the person. But that's all. Thank you, guys. Squish.
All right, Muggs. So let me get your take on this. Emily King from TikTok says there's 3 things that men could do to warm a woman's heart. One is give her a slight rub her hair, like comb her hair with your hands. Like, have you ever done that while you were courting a female?
No.
That's a weird way to say it. Like dating. So you never tried that move. Yeah, I thought that was weird too, because a lot of women don't like their hair to be touched. Number 2 was warming a woman's hand by grabbing her hand and caressing it. And then to go the extra mile, rubbing her feet. Now, what do you think about that?
I have caressed a woman's hand by request, massage, like a hand massage.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, I've never been requested to rub feet, but if they're nice feet, I'll do it.
What if like the lady's like has some janky ass feet and she's all like, "Can you rub my feet?"
Then I'll
I don't know,
close
like-
my eyes and go in.
And rub a dub dub, huh?
Yep.
All right. And the last thing was go for long walks because your presence alone will make you bond with her on a long walk. Long walks.
Interesting. Well, it depends, I guess, what the girl is. You know, if she's the romantic type that's really into you, I'd say all this works. If she's a raging slut, none of it will matter.
Because she just wants to get to banging.
Yep.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, have you used any of those tips? I guess not even a trick. It's a tip. Like the girl's telling you what to do.
Yeah, not like voluntarily.
Yeah. Okay. You were told, and you're like, I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, a while ago, a Janksta called in about anime. He discovered anime.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Yeah, Janksta Diamond, I guess, is a fan of anime and also wants to suggest something for us to watch.
Hey guys, it's Dai doing Magic Bananas. So I just heard the Jank Line call where the guy was telling you to review Attack on Titan. If I can make a suggestion for an anime to watch, I would suggest Death Note. Because, oh my god, that anime, me and my husband watched the entire thing in like 2-3 days. It is amazing. So if you guys are going to review one, I suggest that one also. Okay, bye. Squish.
Muggs, will you watch some anime and tell us what we're missing?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I have been actually watching some anime lately.
Oh, what? Like what?
Well, I forgot that Jankstu called us and recommended Attack on Titans.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's what...
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of that, but the thing that really caught my attention was this show called Food Wars. Are you familiar with that?
That's anime?
Yeah. Are you familiar?
Okay. No, I'm not familiar with any anime whatsoever.
Food Wars is an anime that is about cooking and these two like crazy chefs, and everything is so sexual. It is like, it's almost like porn without any sex or nudity. It's damn near close. But I was watching this the other night. I was like, interesting. And it got me in the mood. The food on it looks so good because the whole premise is like these two chefs. From the episode I saw, they're like cooking this like fried rice, and like they have to have like these people try it, and the people are trying it and they're literally having like orgasms. They're like, oh my God. And a girl will eat it in the show with like a really tight top and like a really short skirt. And she'll take a bite and she'll be like, and then the camera just like pans down to her crotch. And you're like, what?
What?
Yeah, you got to check it out.
This is a cartoon?
Yes. Yeah. Food Wars, man.
Can you bring in some clips of that?
Yes. It's fantastic.
Please.
It's more
Food
visual,
Wars.
but I mean, I'll try to find some like funny audio, but yeah, Food Wars.
Well, if I'm thinking like if it's in anime style, then I'm sure there's a lot of sound effects and stuff like that, right? Like that show the actions through sound, right? So
Yes.
it should work. Food Wars.
Yeah.
Where do you see Food Wars on? Is it Netflix?
Food Wars
Hulu?
is, I believe it's on Netflix. Food Wars, the Japanese name is Shokugeki no Sama. No, I'm sorry. Shokugeki no Soma. Yeah.
All right.
It's food. It's food. First question. Is Food Wars age appropriate? Because Food Wars is often animated as the diner experiencing an erotic, borderline raunchy reaction to the food that is strategically drawn to keep the show within the parameters of PG-13 rating. So,
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Food Wars.
It's on Netflix.
Anime.
Netflix.
Awesome. Well, Muggs,
So-
bring in some clips, man. I want to hear more. I want to hear more from it.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Oh, hello. This is Janky Bob from Issaquah. And I listened to Anthony singing Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it sounds like Dave. Okay. Bye.
All right.
Oh,
I think
he's talking about the new Red Hot Chili Pepper song, Black Summer.
Oh, do you think it sounds like me?
Let's see. Let's look at the lyrics. I've heard it so much on K-Rock that I'll here. Hold on. There it is. I think he has a point.
I dig the new album, so yeah.
I think,
because I think he's making fun of me because I tweeted I like the Chili Peppers. What? Like, I like this new album's dope. So what?
So the lyrics of Black Summer: a lazy rain am I, the skies refuse to cry. Cremation takes its piece of your supply. The night is dressed like noon. A sailor spoke too soon. He sounds Irish there. I wouldn't, but I could see where he thinks it sounds like Dave a little bit. So, a lazy rain am I. The skies refuse to cry. A sailor spoke too soon. And China's on the dark side of the moon. I could see it.
All right, cool. Well, yeah. Chili Peppers is dope. I dig the album. And then one last call. Muggs, you were out last week, but Janksta, Dr. Rachel, the Picky Lipnicki, Nitpicky Lipnicki, went and tried Dutch Brothers, and of course, her and her boyfriend thought it was okay because they don't like anything fun. So we got this call from her dad. Check it out.
Hello, this is Rachel's dad calling from Michigan. She just played me the podcast of her phone call regarding the Dutch Brothers sweet coffee. Now, Rachel, she likes drinking black coffee. Who likes that? That's horrible, black coffee. And Michael, he's almost as bad. He likes drinking coffee with just cream in it. So, yeah, I think you were right, that they wouldn't like that coffee. I raised her better than that, but she's in California now. Now, I would probably like that coffee. I'm a sweet coffee guy. So if I ever get a chance to try it, I'm going to absolutely get a cup of that. What was that kind? I forget what they called it, the espresso or the exterminator. But, the annihilator. All right. Well, that's it. Just wanted to leave my opinion. This side of the family is, sweet coffee drinkers. Goodbye.
You're absolutely right, sir. She is no fun, nor is her boyfriend, Michael.
Which is,
by the way, I like black coffee, but yes, for a good treat, Dutch Brothers, the Annihilator rules.
Well, the thing is the thing that I took out of that was most amazing is how much Rachel sounds like her dad.
What do you mean?
Like they sound alike. They have the same inflections.
You think her voice is that deep?
No, I didn't say it's that deep, but they have the same inflection. They have the same. You could tell. Like I've heard Rachel speak, and then I thought it was Rachel doing an impression of her dad. To be honest.
Wow, I don't know. That's good or bad.
Okay, we could edit that part out.
Nope. All right, 855-JANKY69. If you ever want to be a part of the podcast, just give it a call, leave us a message, tell us something nice, tell us something mean. It doesn't matter. We'll play it.
All right, Janksters, I'm back. I don't know if I'm better than ever, but I'm back. And that was episode 88. Excuse me. Sorry. That means it was good. If I release some gas from my gut, it was good. It was a good episode. Episode 88. We'll see you on the next one, which will be what, Dave?
89.
How do you do it? How do you do it?
Wait, what do you mean? What do you want from me? What were you expecting?
That was it. No, you're right. I just wanted to see if you can count.
Okay. Bye, Janks.
Till next time. Yeah, bye.
Squish.